Hi everyone. My name is Tali Schor. I first met Omer Neutra in first grade. We were classmates at the Schechter School of Long Island, board members together in Metna USY, and staff together at Irma Nyack. Most of all, I'm honored to have been Omer's close friend. I know you've all heard plenty about Omer for the last 14 months. Those of you here today have been fierce advocates for Omer and for all of the hostages, and for that, I could not be more grateful. Throughout that time, you've heard Omer's story from his courageous parents and brother, extended family, and friends. You know the basics. He was a seemingly all-American kid, a star student and athlete, wonderful leader, goofball, and compassionate friend, whose compassion brought him all the way to the IDF, where he gave his life to protect the people and country he cared so much about. I've spent the last 14 months telling that story when truly, the only person I want to talk to is Omer himself. So I wrote him a letter. I wish he could hear it. Dear Omer, for the last 14 months, I've talked about you to anyone who would listen. Omer is my friend. Omer is a hero. Omer will come home. This week, I paused in shock and grief every time those words started to come out of my mouth. Omer was my friend. Omer was a hero. Hearing the word was is when it dawned on me that you wouldn't be coming home, at least not in the way I wanted you to. I keep replaying the last time I saw you in person. I was studying abroad in Tel Aviv, and you had a weekend off base. We met for burgers because that's what you wanted to eat, even at 10:30 in the morning. The first few years of your service were coming to an end, and you told me that you'd be extending your service and attending the course to become a tank commander. I'll never forget the pride I saw in your face in that moment. I'd never seen you look happier or more at peace. I'm ashamed that my first reaction was to ask you why. You said, I want to finish what I started. Your conviction to serve and care for the people of Israel was too strong for me to argue with, although there have been so many times this year that I wish I had. But even if I'd begged you to come home, you wouldn't have listened. And I'm so proud of you for that. You always knew who you were and what you had to do. You always did what you wanted, even when others would not have made the same choice. When I think back to the Omer I had gotten to know over the years, your choice to continue to serve was almost a no-brainer. I remember sitting next to you in Hebrew class. You played with my hair, doodled on my notes, and got playfully berated by the teacher for talking too much in class. But through all of that silliness, it was clear how serious you were about your care for Israel and the Jewish people. You approached each conversation about Israeli history, current events, and more with curiosity, respect, and most of all, a desire to be a part of it. I think your decision to serve was also the culmination of your journey as a Jewish leader. In school, sports,